Dyer's Daily.
Another podcast that I do could be seen as the most niche one that I do, but surprisingly, despite its very niche subject, is one of my most popular because I think it goes within the podcast realm that if you're really specific with something, then you will find an audience. And this particular subject has been something that I was often ridiculed on, and so is practically anybody that likes it within this world of ours. But, you know, we found a group of people who like to listen to it. I get emails every so often. I get guest requests for people wanting to come on and be a guest and talk about this subject. So you might be wondering, if you don't already know, what is the subject? Well, the podcast is called the Quo-Cast, and the subject is, as in case you didn't know, the rock band Status Quo, who've been running for nearly 60 years now. And I came up with the idea of doing a Status Quo podcast in 2019, around there, sort of 2018-19. The dates kind of get fogged up in my brain because I have done so many of them now. I think there's over 50 episodes. And it's something I thought would only last for so long. And it was only a small idea. And within a couple of weeks, I'd done 6 episodes. And in sort of late 2019, I did an interview with producer John Eden, who helped to produce their albums in sort of the late 70s, early 80s. He was part of the creation of the sound of those albums. And I got to speak to him for about an hour, 2 hours. And from there, it seemed to perk up. Suddenly I was getting guest requests, people were enjoying it, and since then I've had director Alan G. Parker, who made their film Hello Quo. I have had John Coughlin, former drummer, one of the founding members of the band, and I've also had the current bass player, who's been there for over 30 years, 35 years this year, John Rhino Edwards, and it continues to grow. And I am so delighted because it's a subject that I was often ridiculed about. And like I say, I think it's probably my most successful podcast. So if you're interested in the band Status Quo, then please do go and check out the Quo-Cast. It's available on all good podcast providers. Yeah, let's rock.
Dyer's Daily.